Morning. We've got one aggravated assault. There was another shooting that happened. That was early this morning. We had the call a little after 5 a.m. in the 2200 block of South First Avenue. This was a guy that had a gunshot wound to his foot. He ended up going to the hospital, getting treatment for that. He, I guess I'll just say that he just didn't really want to talk to officers, so we don't know how the gunshot happened, if there were other people involved, where it exactly took place. We're not sure if it was in that area or if it was somewhere else. So he just was not very cooperative at all and just wouldn't give any details of what happened.
What was that location?
He was found in the 2200 block of South First Avenue.
You say found, how, was he in a vehicle, was he in a residential?
No, he was outside. And I just said that when the officer got there, he was in front of the home in that area.
And what was the injury status?
I suppose non-life threatening. He was just had a gunshot wound to his foot.
Just one?
Yeah.
Were any shell casings found in the area?
I didn't see anything in the report about shell casings. There's quite a few different reports from the officers. I didn't have the chance to get all those, but the main ones I looked at, I didn't see anything about shell casings, if any were found.
Was he the one who called?
Let me see. I believe the victim was the one that called.
And do you have his age and where he's from?
He's 27 from Sioux Falls. Not a whole lot of information I have on that one. The other assaults, nothing real big. We had a couple of domestics. People were threatened. There was a couple that were strangulation, but no serious injuries from those. The two assaults were simple assaults. The burglaries, we had a couple of buildings that were entered, apartment, a home that was entered. Doesn't sound like anything big was taken. The disorderly conduct, that was a disorderly phone call report. The embezzlement was a cell phone, a work phone that wasn't returned. Family offenses are all reports. The fraud was a wallet that was taken at a bar. Larcenies, there was a few unlocked cars, purse, wallet that were taken, also another bicycle. Nothing concentrated in one area. No big quantities with the narcotics. The sex offenses, those were both sex offenders that didn't register. Simple assaults were more domestics, and the vandalisms were a little bit of everything. We had a fence that was damaged, some tires, a car window, and somebody damaged the flag. But no arrests on any of those. That's all I have, unless you guys have any other questions.
And you said the update from yesterday's aggravated assault.
Yeah, so the shooting victim from yesterday that had the gunshot wound to the leg and abdomen, it was initially termed life-threatening. Sounds like, I talked to the detective this morning, sounds like he's doing okay. I would say he's probably not in that life-threatening status anymore, and he really didn't want to talk to officers either, so he basically wouldn't talk to the detective or tell him what happened. So that one is very similar to this, and we're just not getting cooperation from the victim.
Do you think maybe the two are connected, or do you have any information?
No, we don't have any reason to think that these two are connected.
How common is it for if people show up with a gunshot wound or a stab wound and not talk to police?
I guess I can't tell you that. I mean, I know we've seen that before in the past where people have had a gunshot wound or, a serious wound. We've even had people that have been stabbed or cut and don't want to say anything. I'd say most of the time people are pretty cooperative and will give what details they have. And certainly there's some circumstances where people really just don't know what happened or who the suspects are. But we know that there's other cases where people have information and just choose not to share that. There's not a lot we can do in those types of situations. I mean, we work with the victims and try to solve crimes which were victimized in. But if a victim won't give us any details, I mean, there's not a lot that we can do about that. Anything else?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.